Welcome back to another StarCastTV, and I am Scan. Today, we are going to cast a fantastic game between Snow versus Larva, Larva versus Snow. Spawning location in the top left corner, the white Protoss. This is Snow. And the other side of the player, spawning location in the bottom right, the teal Zerg. This is Larva. And we are going to see a Zerg versus Protoss matchup on Optimizer. And I want to point out that Optimizer is kind of slightly a unique map because we can see two Vespene geysers in one base at the main base. So we expect to see a lot of High Templars, or maybe like a Scourges or Heavy Muta most likely, but I am thinking that Larva probably will go for Heavy Lurkers, or maybe with the super fast hype tag, but I wonder how he wants to do. An interesting Overlord scout by Larva. He sent his Overlord to the middle of the map and see where the probe is coming from. So I'm going to be expecting to see Larva is going for 12 hatchery. And yes, he is going for the 12 hatchery. But Snow is also going pretty much a standard opening, natural gateway into scout. So there is a 12 hatchery started, and we don't see drone scout yet. Okay, as soon as the drone came out from the larva, from the egg, he is now sending out the drone for the scouting drone. Since this is a 4-player map, he does not know where the opponent is located at. He really needs to figure out where he is, so he can either choose to spawn, take the 3 o'clock expansion, or 5 o'clock expansion, or even 1 o'clock to another spawning location, like the old meta where you take another spawning location and put lots of sunken. And Larva is type of player who likes to go a super late game with taking another spawning location and put massive sunken. And we can finally see Snow is moving out with a single zealot, and Larva is not going to see Snow's first zealot out on the map, but as soon as he sees the gateway at the natural, he will immediately catch, hey, you're going for the gateway. And Larva decided to put the hatchery at the 5 o'clock side, the 6 o'clock side, but the single probe harassment is trying to deny that third base as much as he can. And at the same time, the zealot came too, so this hatchery is going to get delayed for so long that Larva decided to take another spawning location. He did not pull back the scouting drone. He moved his scouting drone all the way to 1 o'clock side. So now this is going to be a very old meta. You take another spawning location. I'm excited to see how well both of the players are going to be played, because this is not a playstyle that we don't get to see often, because nowadays everyone takes the expansion somewhere close to their second base, or third to the main base. So now we can get to see Larva is moving out with the mass Zergling. 7 Zerglings out on the map, 3 Zerglings are sitting at the home. You can see 7 zealots are now coming to Snow's natural and kind of poking and doing some of the peeling off the gateway shield. And he's nicely peeling up the zealot's shield as well, but at the same time, he should not be losing any of the Zerglings, because every single Zergling is so important. I want to point out that if Zerg players, like if you're a Zerg player, if you do not commit to go for the trade, like trying to like harass the gateway and then a little bit of damage to the zealot as well, but you're not earning anything, and you're losing your Zergling like this for free, that is bad. Because look, he did the damage to the zealot, but only he lost was shield. He just peeled off the shield, but 0 damage to the HP. So pretty much this 4 zealot is full HP, and Larva lost only a single Zergling from there. One of the Zerglings was on a half HP, but he's now fully recovered. But we can see this 4 zealot is now moving out and going to pressure 1 o'clock expansion. And as soon as Larva read Snow's intention, he's going to be making more Zerglings and we are expected to see their tech is all the way up there, and the metabolic boost is done. The metabolic boost is pretty damn fast, I suppose, because the lair tech is not done yet, so that means he has gone for the metabolic boost first, and that's a nice Zala lineup, killing some of the Zerglings and trading off really well for both players. But it is a benefit for Larva here, because every single zealot that he has been Snow has been trading without getting this +1 attack, and losing his zealot to Larva's Zergling, it is good for Larva, because every single zealot that he wastes, the mid game of those zealot speed with the +1 attack is becoming weaker. We finally get to see the Siravadun has now started. It's Stargate is also about to be done as well. Second gas has not started. Interesting. In the old meta, we used to go cybernetic score, and when the cybernetic score is like 80% done, you immediately get the assimilator to get the second gas. But nowadays, the meta slightly has changed, that you kind of wait until all those resource and the worker count balanced, and now you start mining, and we can get to see that as well. Finally, the Spire is about to be done as well. The Corsair, the first Corsair. Whenever the first Corsair comes out, you should never hunt the Overlord. You should always go for the Scout, but let's see how Snow decides to do. He's going to be sending out the first Corsair. And yes, he's going to be spotting this Overlord. But I suppose, I think I can kind of understand why Snow is not going for the Scout with the first Corsair, is because he spotted that Larva's third hatchery was at the 1 o'clock, so he's pretty much at trying to take that fourth base really fast, like reading off his mindset, like how he wants to go for the mid game and late game switches. So Snow is definitely reading what Larva wants to do, like Larva's intention. So this is nice that he's picking up one of the Overlord. But if Corsair dies like for free, it is not going to be looking great. One of the Scourge will connect, but he will eventually survive. But we can see from the minimap there's some more Scourges are out on the map. But Larva is not paying attention. He's probably prioritizing as something else and missed this Corsair. That's a little bit unlucky for Larva, but we can get to see. Oh, there was a harassment at the natural. That could have, I think that was yeah, that must be the Zealot. We saw a couple of Zealots who were out on here, but now we get to see only one Zealot standing. That means he has done some amount of damage at here. We can also get to see, hey, you're taking another spawning location, not the 6 o'clock 3 base. So Snow is reading off Larva's intention really well, because whenever you're going for another location for the third base, you are being greedy. You have so much of places to defend, like forcing the Zergs to defend every single location. So like what I mean by is look at this. He has to put down the Sunken over here, and 2 Sunkens at the 1 o'clock side as well. But like for example, let's say he took the 6 o'clock side. If he took the 6 o'clock side from natural to 6 o'clock, that is so close that he can just bring his Zerglings or Hydralisks to defend easily. But 1 o'clock, from 5 o'clock natural to 1 o'clock natural, that is super damn far. And yes, that's why Snow has gone for super fast 3 Nexus. He's gonna be saturating this 3 base at 9 minute 30, somewhere around there. Yeah, now he's finally transferring some of the probe as well. And why is this one of the Zergling? How did this one of the Zerglings get inside up here? But eventually got cleared up by the number of probes that he has. That is quite a lot, but not much of a probe at the natural. So it is somewhat weird to see how he is not balancing out the worker count for bases, for each basis. But it is interesting to see how Snow is focusing on a worker count. Like look at this, he already has 60 worker at 9 minute 30, and he's already mining the 3rd gas, even making the 4th gas. So this is going to be a super heavy Vespene gas that Snow will have. 4 gas Protoss. I am excited to see how much of High Templars he will be getting, and how much how fast he should be also transitioning into Master Dragoon. Because whenever Zerg is going for another spawning location like this, you usually go for Master Dragoon so you can start to take down some of the hatcheries like this one, even Hydrodan or Evolution Chamber, something like that. But you can get to see Larva is making quite a lot of Hydrolis. He's not going for any of a Middlelis. I don't get to see. Okay, he made an Air Carapace 1. But that is definitely a lot of Hydrolis. One of the Dark Temps will buy some time. But looks like this for Zella instead of the shuttle. I think this shuttle wants to deny this 3 o'clock expansion. You know, you can't really harass that 3 o'clock side without drop. So that is, I like to see how Snow is harassing. But you know, Larva is also going to have a lot of Vespene gas. He is mining with, okay, he's mining with the 2 gas only. 3 gas is now going to be mined. And adding more hatcheries. Interesting that he's putting the bottom side of the extractor instead of the top one. Whenever you're playing on the optimizer, you should always start with the top one, because the top one is always going to be 4,000 and the bottom one is always going to be 1,000. And look at this, he has now 4 gas, but already mined out all the way to 600 remaining gas. But the number of Hydrolis that he is right now, poking on the gateway and the forge a little bit here and there, he's not really earning. Larva is really not earning anything. Both of the players are not earning anything, but look at this, the number of minerals and Vespene gas that Snow is now getting. He already has the robotics to support Bay. Getting the speed shuttle, I am interested to see this. Okay, he's now Snow is finally transitioning into Master Dragoon. Does he have the Dragoon range? I'm not sure about this. Usually you start making the Dragoon range after you're starting to pumping all those number of Dragoons, but he's not upgrading. I'm not sure what his plan is, but we can get to see there's still a lot of Scourges are out on the map trying to pick some of the Corsairs and shuttles. I think he got the shuttle. Never mind, he didn't get the shuttle. But number of worker count for Larva is starting to get high and high. I'm slowly getting afraid to see the late game of the Zerg macro power. And you know, whenever you're playing like a normal games, Zerg player is always going to have less worker than the Terran or Protoss. But when Zerg starts to have the same amount of workers that Terran or Protoss has, remember, the Zerg unit only cost 1 supply. Hydrolis cost only 1 supply. And 2 Zergling cost 1 supply. So when it becomes like both of the players, like Zerg and Protoss players, have same amount of worker and going for the super late game and making all those a number of Zerglings, he will definitely have more than Snow. So if we subtract 66 from 200, that is about like 134. Yeah, 134 supply count. And if we divide by 2, he's not gonna have more than 5 groups. So like 5 groups to 6 group maximum. But Zerg is definitely going to have all those number of army count larger than Snow, and I'm gonna be scared. I'm gonna be super scared, like if Zerg is like having so much of a worker count and pumping out all those larvae from those mass hatchery. And he also has 3 evolution chamber. He's upgrading every single thing that he can has, but I think he forgot to upgrade the melee upgrade for the Zergling. That is a little bit of a mistake by Larva, but we can get to see the Zerglings are now doing some of the harassment. I don't think the adrenaline is done yet, but the Reaver, Snow's Reaver. I am excited to see Snow's Reaver because Snow's Reaver is always scary. I played Snow on ASL round of 24 on Eclipse. Jesus Christ, his Reaver micro is just pisses me off so hard. Like, I want to kill his Reaver. I want to try to like get his Reaver with my siege mode. He just instantly lifted as soon as I do the siege mode. But if I do unsiege, he immediately goes and snipe one of my siege tanks. So it is kind of sad. Oh, nice storm here, like using the storm, guessing where the house scourges are coming and trying to defend this observer. Nicely done. And using the storm almost near to the river, clearing all those zerglings. Nicely done as well. So this number of rivers will be constantly poking this hatchery. So Larva is definitely going to be, he's not going to be happy with this, because if he loses hatchery, he's losing one of the macro hatch. And we can get to see a lot of probably four groups of zerglings and a couple of hydras are trying to flank from the both sides. But the number of High Templars is so large. Snow has +3 attack just now kicked in. But I want to see the Zergs upgrade. Only armor 1 upgrade. And maybe +2 attack for the Hydralisk. Let me see. +2 attack Hydralisk, but that is not going to be enough to hit this army. The number of High Templars is so many. He's gonna have another mass High Templars from here. He's mining with this 4 gas. Now gonna be having 5 gas, but remember, Optimizer, the main gas has 2 gas, but the bottom one always 1,000 vesting gas. So he's already mined out with that one. It's kind of like a, what is it, like a Vespin gas boost. So all those Vespin gas now Snow is spending is going to be super high Archon. The number of Archon is going to be large and large. One of the observer got picked up by the Hydralisk, and we can get to see, hey, he's upgrading. The shield upgrade. This is a super late game. I am scared to see super late game, but I don't think Larva wants to see the late game here. He's trying to kill Snow's army, but we can get to see Snow's army is at 170 supply, but we can only get to see only one group of army count. So where are his army? I'm trying to get the attention. I think he was planning to the storm drop. Yes, there is going to be a storm drop, because it is impossible to see 180 supply with that small amount of army. He's always, if he only has a small amount of army at the center and not doing really anything, then you gotta expect a dropship, not dropship, but shuttle drop incoming. So we expected that, and we got to see one of the shuttle. Did the storm drop? Wait, did it get sniped? Or is he just recycling it? Or maybe he's recycling the shuttle. He unloaded the 2 High Templars and loaded one of the Dark Templars. But Dark Templar will get spotted by the Overlord and instantly gets sniped by the +2 attack Hydralisk. That is super strong. I gotta keep on track with the Zerg upgrade. So this is finally, he's upgrading the +1 attack of a melee and armor 2. Is he upgrading +3? Yes, he is preparing for +3 upgrade for the Lurker. Okay, Zerg is Larva is finally, he has been saturated this expansion for a long time. Okay, maybe like a 3-minute, 4-minute mark, somewhere around there. But we can get to see a couple of Lurkers are rotated to the top side and try to deny the mineral expansion over here as well. But I don't get to see any Defiler. Yeah, he's finally adding this as Defiler. He got the high tech ready a long time ago, but I guess he was overconfident that he can crush Snow's army without Defiler, but it didn't really work well. So this Larva decided to go with the Defiler, but he really needs to immediately start that, what is it called? Ooh, the Reaver harassment. And this shuttle will go down. Oh, I couldn't click. Shuttle will not go down. Why does it look so short when Dragoons are attacking? I gotta see it. I think Snow might have forgotten to upgrade the Dragoon range. I need to look at this closer, because if I remember correctly earlier, when he was start to make all those number of Dragoons, I did not see the Cybernetics core was spinning. So now Snow figured out that he can't really take this 1 o'clock side expansion because it is so close to Zerg's expansion. So he decided to split the map to half, east versus west. And we can get to see a couple of Lurkers and Hydras are rotated to the bottom side as well. Is he upgrading the drop upgrade? No, he's not upgrading the drop upgrade, but he's still not upgrading the consume yet. So I think he totally forgot about the consume upgrade, and probably forgot about making a Defiler as well. But the number of Vespin gas that Larva is spending, he's mining with this so many Vespene gas that he can just pump out so many Hydralisks with the lurkers. Look at this. He just brought like four lurkers and 2 lurkers sitting at the 1 o'clock side, but he's bringing another 4 lurkers and another 4 lurkers at the bottom left side as well. So that is so many lurkers. Snow is not in a little bit of trouble, because if he's going mass zealot against lurkers, they just die instantly. Lurkers do 26 damage and they do normal type of damage, and every time when they scratch, you lose 26 HP. If you lose 26 HP per attack, then when he gets to have like 3 lurkers, 4 lurkers, they just pretty much 3-shot, 4-shot your zealot. So the longer the battle is, this zealot will die instantly. And I still wanna confirm whether he has the Dragon range. The core is still not spinning, but I wanna see the Dragon range when he attacks. So here's gonna be a fight here. I wanna see. Let me see it closely. Does he have a gun range? He might have the gun range. Yeah, I think he might have the gun range, but it looks really short to me. Yeah, I need to confirm it one more time, because quite a lot of players, Protoss players, do forget to upgrade the Dragon range because the game was going too intense that they need to focus on the Corsair micro, High Templar micro, and the Zealot micro when they're rotating, and they sometimes forget to upgrade gun range. So I think the gun range is done. I can see. Yeah, I guess I couldn't see the Dragon range was upgrading a long time ago, but I can see he has the upgrade, and we can get to see +3 attack, 1 armor, and +2 shield. I gotta check the forge upgrade. So he's upgrading more. Okay, he's upgrading more here. He's focusing on a +3 shield upgrade. So his intention is that he's gonna go for mass Archon instead of a. Maybe he thinks the getting +3 armor is not necessary, because all those damage that he's gonna be soaking with the Archon, he needs more shield upgrades. So we can get to see there's a Reaver micro defending the natural. Pop of barricade at the 11 o'clock side with the Zealots, the Archon, and the Forge with the single pilot. We can get to see. Oh, is that a drop? Oh, maybe not. Oh, I guess Snow thought that this was a 4 orbital drop at his main base, and he brought his 2 Reavers at the base, but it was not a drop. But we can get to see. Hey, Default is finally out. He probably got the consume upgrade, but does he have the plague yet? I want to see some play here and there. But this defense is looking great for Snow because he has quite a lot of cannons, and we can get to see. Hey, scare damage 125. 125 is going to be huge. They do not one shot because the +1 armor, the base armor +1 base armor, but it's still strong enough. But we can get to see more cannons has been built, and single gateway. I think he wants to have another gateway because he can make a couple of Zealots and the Dark Templar, maybe High Templars as well here. We can see one of the observer will spot at the 1 o'clock side that Larva really wants to take expansion. So both of the worker count is about even, and I want to point out this. You remember this? Larva went to have 4 base quicker than Snow, and he had about the same amount of workers that Snow had. That means his 4 base is going to be mined out super fast compared to Snow. Look at this. His main base is mined out. He's mining this Vespene gas as well now too. So he forgot about this mineral field 420. And look at this. The number of a drone that he has. His 3 base, his 3rd base is going to be mined out. Natural is going to be mined out. The 4th base is almost going to be mined out in next couple minutes as well. So Larva, the main mining base that he has is like a 3 o'clock side, 1 o'clock side, 1 o'clock, and then a 6 o'clock side as well. So kind of it's like a 3 base Zerg at the moment. I know that Snow is also mined out at the main and then and maybe a 3rd expansion over here as well. So this is looking like almost 3 base versus 3 base, and Snow is mining another fucking oops. I got a little bit of emotional here, sorry about this. And we can get to see Snow is mining more Vespene gas, so that means he's going to have so many high templates and so many Archon, and I'm gonna be so shocked about this super late game. If I were Zerg, I would just flipping my eyes and this is Imba. I can't win this game. That's my situation. We can see, hey, Snow's supply count like 194 for like consistently. Every time Larva goes for trade, he's losing like 20-30 supply, and Snow is getting all those benefits from those Psystorm that he has been using, soaking up all those damage with the single Archon, plus 3 shield upgrade with this Archon, that 350 shield. They just take a lot of damage they can soak up. Okay, we can also see unloaded Reaver top of hill here. I guess he knew the intention that Larva wants to drop the lurker over here and kind of pick up some probe, but he's not gonna let that happen. Snow has quite a lot of workers. I think he really needs to throw some of the workers. I don't think he really needs that many of a worker. He has so many workers, but not really fighting efficiently here. He does fighting efficiently, but when I'm saying he's not fighting efficiently, I mean he can't really end the game. Oh, there are some lurker drop here. Got 10 kills so far, so I guess that's good for Snow because now he can substitute all those supply count for units. And after this base is mined out, he's gonna be transferring towards to 7 o'clock soon. Larva definitely has quite a lot of army, but remember his expansion. The 4th base is going to be mined out, so let's just say this base is excluded. That means Larva is right now mining at 3 base. 1 o'clock over here, 6 o'clock over here, 3 o'clock over here as well. And he's also out of Vespene gas. He made an extractor, but okay, now he's gonna be putting, I guess, the telepath worked between me and Larva, and we can get to see the Reaver harassment. I think since he has a lot of floating minerals and Vespene gas, I think he's gonna be constantly upgrading for +3 armor as well. He cannot actually afford it. So finally, the 4th expansion is mined out. I'm excited to see this probe is transferred to all the way to 7 o'clock. And this Reaver is doing quite a lot of damage. Look at this. Throw 1 Reaver Scarab shot, storm. Hey, your lurker dies. And Hydralis come. Hey, storm with the Scarabs once again. And every time when Larva wants to do some trade here and the Defiler that had 200 energy, but will immediately get sniped. And look at this, the Scarab. Oh my god, this is so insane. Sometimes I kinda wish that Reaver's range is same as a Siege Tank range. I know that the Reaver range is 8 and Siege Tank range is 7, so they have the advantage with the range. So whenever Terran does not siege, they just shoot from the long distance. And now Larva is losing this 1 o'clock expansion. So let's count. 2 base Zerg versus 2 base Protoss. But remember, this 7 o'clock expansion is still fresh, and he has all those money saved up in his pocket, and he doesn't really need these probes. He can just waste it. Yeah, he's gonna be wasting all of his pro for more army. He definitely figured out that he has too many workers, so he's gonna be sacrificing all those pro for more army soon. Every supply count that he's wasting, like maybe 1 group with almost 2 group of probe, he's now going to be substituting for more Dragoon and Zealous. So I think Larva is in no trouble, even though he has a 190 supply. If he wastes all those supply count, like 190 supply against Snow, he does not have any money to recover. So this is the downside of going heavy worker count. It does helpful in mid game, like all those mineral boosts and pumping out lots of Zerglings and Hydralis, but if your opponent is defending really well, you kind of falls in the late game. So this is the downside of it. And Defiler wanted to use the plague. One of the Defilers did use the plague, but the second one did not, so that is not looking great. So Snow is playing really dirty here, defending every expansion with a single Reaver or maybe 2 Reavers as well. Doing the Reaver micro here. The game has gone for like 30 minutes long and he's still doing the Reaver micro. This is so insane. Defiler came, wanted to use the plague, and he wanted to use the plague on the Reaver, but he got inside of the shuttle. That is a little bit unfortunate. Every single unit that Larva is losing here and there, that is not looking great. So I think Scarab costs only 15 mineral. So 15 mineral for killing Hydrolus. That is definitely good for Snow. We can get to see Snow is now going to expand towards to 1 o'clock side as well. And also he's going to be seeing there are so many drones. I want to kill this drone. I want to see the storm top of the drone, but is he going to be using it? I guess not. Yeah, he will be using the Reaver to kill the drone, but it's not shooting? Okay. I think it's a glitch. Yeah, it is a glitch. The pathfinding bug. I forgot what it's actually called. Oh, I think it's called region. Yeah, the region is now making a trouble with that 1 o'clock Reaver, but we can see that there's a base rate going on. Larva decided that, hey, I cannot stay this longer. If I stay this longer, Snow is gonna be keeping up all those money and constantly trading my army 1 by 1. So that is Larva's decision. I like it, but he gotta be using this army really well. But workers are not being borrowed. While killing the Reaver, nicely done. That's a scary army, but at the same time, Larva is going to be losing all those macro hatch at the 1 o'clock side. So now this is not looking great. 3 o'clock side is also going to be mined out. This remaining minerals probably doesn't even count, so I can just say this is 1 base zerg at the moment. 85 supply already. Snow has 3,700 minerals still remaining, and he's pumping out lots of High Templars still. I am so sad. That Larva really played well, but he can't really use all those money, and Larva calls GG. He taps out. Wow. I am incredibly shocked at how well these Reavers are. I can't count the kills. I want to see how many kills the Reaver has, because since it's a replay, I can't see it if he's making the Scarabs. So it probably did like 20 kills each with the Scarab damage upgrade. There's a huge difference. If you upgrade the Scarab damage, they do kill more than you really think. So yes, Snow has been using this Reaver efficiently and trading and picking up all those Larva's units here and there, and also there's some of the harassment with the storm drop. And Larva started to fall off in the late game because of the +3 attack, +3 shield upgrade, and +2 armor. Is he upgrading the +3? No, I guess he did forget to upgrade the +3 armor. But yes, that's my point. I'm impressed that how well Snow was using this Reaver. Thank you for watching, and if you guys enjoy watching these great games on StarCastTV, please hit the like and subscribe button. We will bring more awesome games in the future.